It's tea time!
This is where we spill the tea. I mean, we're here.
We're on the Jones Beach Boardwalk.
Oh
Dee
my
Snyder's
God.
calling it.
Wrap it up. We've been hanging out with the hot teas.
The hot teas, by the way, armies. Hashtag Long Island Life. Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome back to Long Island Tea. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Sharon, and we are back together.
I know, it's been a while.
You know what I was thinking of? I don't know what it was. It's like that rap hip hop song in the 80s.
There's
like,
so many.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's true.
Not my humps. I know. Humpty Dance.
No. Oh my God. What was it?
What was the 80s?
It wasn't Look Who's Back, but it was, oh my God, forget it. I screwed that up.
That was
anyway.
a good intro. We're
Hi.
I know. You can tell probably that we're excited to be back together.
Yes, totally.
And it's been a long time. You took some time off, and then I was in Arizona.
Yeah.
So I get to say for the first time in a while to Sharon, how you doing?
Doing fantastic. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah, same actually.
I know.
To be
say
honest.
that every time. But no, I'm doing great to be back with you, to be honest.
I know.
And
me
drinking
too.
this
Cheers.
fabulous Long Island wine. And we have a big show today.
I know.
So we got to get through some stuff because Alyssa's going to freak out if we go over. So I don't know. Like we said, how you doing? We've got so much to cover. Maybe we should start by what we're drinking.
Oh.
Because I've missed it.
And you love it, right?
And I love it.
It's
I
so
really do.
delicious.
And I was also super jealous of the wine you and Mark Weinstein
I
drank
know.
last
You know
week.
what's funny is so when I asked Mark to be a co-host, he's like, I'm like leaving his office and he's like, I like cab. And I'm like,
Oh.
okay. And then you and Lisa drank it.
Oh.
So,
We did.
well, there we go.
And it made Lisa, there's sulfites in certain one. Lisa's face was
Irish
super
skin.
red.
Yeah.
So we didn't even finish it. Like we didn't even do it justice. I don't
Right,
think. But
right.
We should have drank the Sauvignon Blanc with the lime and the
Right.
citrus.
Oh my God, it
you
was
guys were explaining it
delicious.
up from Raphael, and I was like, what?
It was delicious.
And ours was delicious too. But today we have another Raphael.
Yeah. And it is the La Fontana.
Yeah, and it's amazing.
It is delicious, right? It's a huge blend, actually. On North Fork on Long Island, the Bordeaux blend is comprised of Merlot, Cabernet Franc, Cabernet Sauvignon, Malbec, and Petit Verdot. Balanced and full-bodied, this wine is complex and flavorful, softened by its velvety tannins.
I love it. And it's a Bordeaux blend.
Yes.
Which is why I love it.
And we're actually drinking it chilled.
I know. You were like, I'm so sorry. I put it in the fridge. I'm like, it's amazing.
You know what? My head was in the stars. No pun intended.
Yep.
But my head was in the
It's a
stars this
theme.
morning,
It's a
and
theme.
I put both wine bottles in the fridge, and I came like right before we were setting up. I'm like, oh no, I put the red in the fridge.
It's fabulous.
But it's so good.
And whenever Thomas and I go to our very favorite local wine bar, because, in on Long Island, all the villages have your local favorites.
Yeah, totally.
And our favorite local wine bar in Setauket
It's a talking.
is called Matarin.
Yes, I've been there.
Is it Mataron?
Maderal.
You're supposed to say Mataron.
I love it.
But it's owned by Jacqueline and her sister Lauren, and they're amazing. And we go there
So
all the
it's
time.
so funny. So you're like Maderal, and then it's also Jacqueline.
I know, Jacqueline.
Wherever, like New Yorkers are like Jacqueline.
Oh, but let me tell you, if you ever have the privilege to come to Setauket on Long Island, you got to go to Mataron.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's just great. It's just a local wine bar,
And
it's so chill.
Yeah,
right.
that's what I was gonna say.
But the beauty of it is that Jacqueline is she's an incredibly trained sommelier.
Yeah.
And she has a photographic memory. And so she knows the very first bottle. In fact, she gave it to us as a wedding present. The very first bottle that she ever served Thomas and I when we went in there on a date. She's like, I remember you guys, you had this bottle and I saved it for you as your, I'm like, so she knows what we like and what we're like, it was okay. She's like, based on what you felt about these, this is what I would recommend.
Wow.
You don't even have to look at the wine. I don't never look at the wine list.
Right. She just gives it to you.
You go in there, she remembers everything.
Oh, that's amazing.
Anyway, so that's a little shout out to Mataron.
In
Setauket.
Setauket.
But I love a good Bordeaux.
Yeah,
and
me too.
Raphael. And how cool that Mark of Elegance was like, oh, I service Raphael, the whole
Right.
family.
Right. And he's like, I've been to Julie's wedding. And I'm like,
I'm like, what? He knows people.
He
Your
knows.
guy.
Our guy.
Our guy. Yeah, he was so great. He was so
He
good. I
was.
loved it. And Lisa Black.
Oh, she was awesome.
She was so awesome.
I love her.
I know.
I really do. I'm like, I totally missed you. I wish I was here. I wanted to be I wanted to be a trio with her.
It was so fun. And both Lisa and Mark said the same thing. They're like, That went so fast.
So fast. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that went way faster than I expected. Because when you're listening, it probably seems like an eternity.
Yeah. But like
when you're filming it seems like fast.
Yeah, because it's a conversation.
Yeah, and it was they were both so great. And but I really want to thank Long Island Wine Country for continuing to be our sponsor. Mm-hmm. By the way, I was just emailing Joel, who's on our board of directors, about our 2020 plan. We have got some super cool stuff.
2022.
What year is it? What year is it? Where am I?
Like 2020 plan.
Oh my God,
no.
2020
decline.
Where is our astrologer? Get her in here.
Oh my gosh.
She has had me all over the planet, and we're going to talk about this. But anyway, so we've got some cool stuff happening with Long Island Wine Country.
I know. I'm excited.
And February 18th is National Wine Day.
Ooh,
so Caroline has a lot of really cool plans. You're going to be seeing it on our social.
Can't wait.
And maybe some specials.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Just throwing it out there.
Tune in next week because it's a thing.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So we haven't seen each other in a long time, and we've been having co-hosts, but nothing is like the real thing.
I know.
Cheers. And thanks to Long Island Wine Country for sponsoring us, LIWines.com, as well as Long Island Podcast, right?
No, Long Island Tea.
Long Island Tea Podcast.
Somebody help me. I'm so out of practice.
LongIslandTeaPodcast.com.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I was in Arizona last week.
Your stomping grounds.
Let me tell you.
I really want to know how it went.
Well, and we have an exceptional guest on in a minute, so stay tuned through the story, because when we get Maya White, who's one of only 100 astrocartographers in the world, she's going to tell you about some Arizona and what it's like for me to be there.
Right.
But no, it was fabulous.
Yeah.
I mean, we went in as our first ever domestic market promoting tourism to Arizona because, we know that California is where people love to come to New York and Long Island, but we can't afford to promote in California because it's enormous and very crazy expensive.
Right.
And half of California has moved to Arizona.
I know.
Turns out.
Due to the pandemic.
COVID.
So they're like, okay.
They all
Californians.
live there now.
It's
and
like,
I'm like, I know those people.
Yeah.
I know how to target Arizona. Are you kidding?
Right.
So we did this great campaign where you belong on Long Island. And we went into Arizona, and our new Justine, our new VP of Communications and Partner Relations, just killed
it. I mean, the coverage that we got.
I was so tired.
Oh my God.
I had, since I landed, the next morning, 6:45 a.m., media interviews. I had media interviews. It was crazy.
So funny enough, we've been getting these emails since then.
Yeah.
From TVIs. Out of nowhere.
Crazy.
So we're getting all these clips sent to us from TVIs.
They're trying to sell us that subscription service because we got so many clips.
Oh my gosh.
From networks.
Yeah.
They replayed it 1 million times.
Right.
We came to Arizona and we conquered.
And you dropped the mic. You dropped the mic. You're like, Long Island's here.
Hilarious. It was hilarious. And of course, in Arizona, they don't know anything about Long Island, which is why I was on a phone call today, and the girl was like, not from Arizona. She lives in New York, and she's like, before I moved here, I never even knew the Hamptons were on Long Island.
Right.
And I tell people that all the time, and no one believes me. But sure enough, when you see the coverage, everyone's like, oh, the Hamptons, how to have a Hamptons experience. Because they don't know anything else. Right.
Because they're associating the Hamptons with Sex and the City or any other, primetime show or whatever. Yeah.
But they were like, so every opportunity, and that's your hook. So it was how you can come to the Hamptons, which Scottsdale loves, right? They all want to know that answer. I want to know that still. How do I go to the Hamptons?
Right.
Have an experience. I'm still working on that. But then what we do is we say, oh my gosh, absolutely. But, Long Island is also the home of the Great Gatsby inspired, the mansions that inspired the Great Gatsby. And they're like, what? You can see their minds explode.
Yeah.
They're like, what? They were like, did you know that? I didn't know that.
Wow.
And I'm like, also, Teddy Roosevelt and lobster rolls and Jones Beach Theater. And then I said Fire Island, heads exploded.
Yeah.
They could not believe
they were
the destination.
They were just drinking the
Kool-Aid. Yeah.
The Kool-Aid.
It was crazy, the reception. We've already been on the phone with journalists and influencers that are ready to come. They're
that's
planning
so
their trips
awesome.
because they want to come and write stories about it. So so we've geo-targeted some really cool big events happening there. Barrett Jackson Auto and the Phoenix Open Golf Tournament and the Devoured culinary festival, which is like sold out. So we geofence them and we serve them like mobile ads, and it's just
I
going
love
to be
it.
like
It's
the
going to
coolest.
be awesome. And the best part is like all the platforms that we just purchased, like
Yeah.
Zartico and
Yeah.
whatever.
Voyage, yeah.
Voyage. We will track
We can
this,
track it,
and we
yeah.
can see how much,
I'm telling you, it
impact
was
we made.
a lot of work. But it was so fun. And I just love, talking about Long Island.
Yeah.
And they all ate it up that I was from there. Right?
Yeah.
So they're like, you're from Arizona? And tell us why we would like it there. I'm like, because you like beaches and you like vineyards.
Yeah.
And I know you.
Right.
Because
I
I
got
am
you. I got you, girl.
And they were like, oh my God, yes, we're coming.
Oh my God,
so,
awesome.
Really fun, but I'm so glad to be home. And I made it home just in time for that enormous blizzard.
Oh my God.
And everyone's like, stay in Arizona. I hope you didn't come back in time. Like, no, I came back on purpose in time
Yeah, you couldn't wait.
to be
Where
snowing.
I was like, can I go to Phoenix? I'll trade places.
Yeah.
Because, wow, we were
I loved
hit
it.
hard.
It was the best. Girlie, I thought I had COVID when I came back.
I know.
Everybody, I didn't even get to see my older sister. She had COVID.
Aw.
Everybody in Arizona has COVID. It was
Yeah.
really weird. When we got there, I was like,
Well, Omicron. Here we are.
yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
And I came back and I was like, Thomas, give me a COVID test stat. And I didn't want to tell the girls, because I was like, my ear wasn't popping. I was like,
Well, you were
super-
probably like super just exhausted.
I was exhausted from
and then
like,
flying, and you congested when you fly, and like that
you're
pressure.
on all the
Oh
time.
my God.
And then, of course, I'm around my niece, who's
Yeah.
like a little toddler germ, like she's just a walking germ.
Yeah, yeah.
I forgot what it's like to be around.
Yep. Yep.
And she's like, "Mwah, mwah, 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 mwah."
Give me kisses, and you're like, okay.
And she comes up, I was wearing these really cute yellow pants one day, and she comes up and she's like, oh my God, Auntie Kristen. And then I look down, and my whole yellow pants had this weird,
Covered in cheese doodles.
like whatever the stain was. And my sister's like, is that water? My little sister who does not have COVID. Is that water? I'm like, nope, that is not water. It's some
gotta
kind
be
of
like-
oil. And then she's like, you know who loves flaming Doritos? I'm like, oh, do tell. My
there go your yellow pants.
My pants?
Yep.
Anyway, so I did not have COVID. I took a COVID test. And by the way, Thomas got like way too far up there.
Yeah.
He gave it to me we have the at-home test, and he wanted to be thorough. I was like,
So you didn't do it yourself?
I'm gonna punch you in the throat.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I can't do it myself because I won't go high. I know I won't go
Okay.
intense
All
enough.
right.
But he was up there, and he was like, no, my eyes are like,
Yeah. Instant water
watering.
works. Yeah.
and I'm like, he goes, you got to do. I'm like, babe, I've had a million COVID tests.
never
Every
that
time I see
bad?
the governor, I have to have a COVID test. Never. Okay, you don't have to tap my brain.
Tickle my nose.
Okay.
Tickle my brain.
So I didn't have COVID, but I thought I did because I was so exhausted.
Mm.
And so I was like, let it snow.
Yeah. So we got slammed. We totally got slammed. What did we get? Like
I got like 2 feet.
2 feet. Yeah. I was going to say 28 inches.
I still can't walk out my front door.
Yeah.
I still go out my garage.
I hate it. I hate it.
Love
Go
it.
away. We're done.
Love it. I love it.
Well, I'm done,
The
sir.
Long Island wise guy always talks about, like, if you say, he's
Oh,
like,
I
there's
love
two
him.
people.
I
that on
love
Long
him.
Island. One's like, let it snow.
Yeah.
And the other person's like, shoveling.
Well, like Caroline posted the other day, like ice cream, Long Island's ice cream flavor today, and it was like a slushy of snow, but mud covered.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the when it's not white anymore and it just
Yes,
sits
that's
there
where
like
we're at.
dark for like 2
Because
months.
it's
You're like,
45 degrees today, and now, it's melting.
It's gonna melt though.
Yeah.
I loved it. Oh my God, we had so much fun, and I just put the fireplace on, and I binge watched 2 things.
Okay. We're on celebrity.
Well, I'm just all over the place.
Yeah,
so forget
today.
it.
Here we are. Alyssa's going to have a good
Yellowstone.
time.
Yellowstone.
Okay, so here's my issue.
Let me tell you, I've got a beef, but go ahead.
I have Peacock, right? And I cannot get past episode 1.
What?
It won't let me go past episode 1.
No, that's incorrect.
So I don't have Peacock? Is that what it is?
No, you don't have Peacock.
I don't get it.
No.
I'm trying hard.
Also, somebody told me that the whole first season is on Netflix.
No, it's not.
It's not.
I know. I tried.
Did you tell me that?
I tried. I don't know.
Anyway, so here's the deal with Yellowstone, and this is what I want. I want to know why no one in America is telling you this, okay? Because you basically have to mortgage your house to watch Yellowstone.
Yes, exactly. That's what is happening. That's my point.
Also, it's worth it.
It is? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
So-
Refi. Here I
but-
come.
no.
Wells Fargo, what's up?
Listen, second mortgage. Maybe your kids don't go to the college of their
It's fine.
choice. They go to their backup school. Okay?
Everything for Peacock. That's fine.
But then you get to watch Yellowstone, and then it's fine. So Peacock, we had to get the amount of money we spend on streaming services.
I know.
Sharon,
So that's what I pay it. I don't get it. I don't know.
So
I'm doing something
did
wrong.
Peacock, fine. Three seasons. Ending, I'm not going to tell what happens, but the last episode of the third season is like complete mind blowing. You're like, no way that happened. It can't. Boom. Next show. They're like, nope.
Oh.
It's Paramount.
Yeah.
They switched streaming. Why doesn't America tell you this? We're here for you.
So how many seasons of Yellowstone are there?
I don't even know, because I think it's 4 seasons and then it goes to a prequel.
Okay, so the
And then it goes back.
end of the third season ends like wholly mind blowing.
Yes.
Fourth season, where is it?
Okay, so here's what you need to know. Okay, so this took a long time and I was so angry because I'm like waiting to watch the next episode. I'm like on pins and needles. And so it's Paramount. So Thomas buys Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
Because you would think that he heard or something that he knew that. He anticipated it, Paramount Plus.
Mm-hmm.
You would think that Paramount Plus was Paramount Plus things.
Right,
Nope.
right.
Paramount Plus, different than Paramount,
God
does not have the same things. So we have Paramount Plus, which does not include Yellowstone, which is on Paramount. So then I'm like, next episode. Okay, so then we're watching Paramount. Oh, no. Paramount has commercials.
No.
You're paying for Paramount, and then
With
there
commercials.
are commercials.
Let me
And I'm
ask you this.
I watched 2 commercials, and I'm like looking at
Over
Thomas
it.
like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know what's happening here right now, but I can't live. So
I bet you can probably YouTube it.
So then we go to Amazon. No, yeah, Amazon Prime.
Fire Stick. Yeah.
Prime.
Okay.
And then you can just buy the 4th season for $20.
Get out of town.
Do you know how much money we've invested in Yellowstone at this point?
All right. I'm in. I'm investing too.
Worth it.
All right. I got it.
It is so good.
Oh my God.
So I loved our snow day. I loved being back home where I belong. I loved going to Arizona and sharing with all of my former friends and colleagues why it's such an amazing place. And I totally anticipate a flood.
Yeah, I do too. Especially with everything that, like all the coverage that I've seen just working here, but outside of working here too.
It's a great, great market for us. So, but today we have a very, very special guest. And we've been talking about it because, it's the lunar. So we talk about
Lunar New
horoscopes
Year.
all the time, right? I read my horoscope every day. We're big into horoscopes. We know that. It's the Lunar New Year. Where did my phone go? I was going to read you because the Lunar New Year is the year of the tiger.
Yes.
And yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say I'm the lion, so it's kind of close.
Oh, okay. And our friends at Aram Spa, who we love,
Yes, we love them.
they posted this really cool thing about the year of the tiger, and what it means is change and adventure. I don't know if I can handle any more change and adventure in 2020. Like, please stop looking for aliens. Just stop the change and adventure. I just need some calm and some snow days. But okay, but it says the animal symbolizes ambition, courage, vigor, enthusiasm, and self-confidence.
Oh.
So I want to thank Aram Spa for giving us that insight into the Lunar New Year, and we love our horoscopes. And, a couple weeks ago we read the Marriott Bonvoy, blog that they did about where you should travel based on your sign. And Hilton has kind of one-upped them.
Right.
I'm going to say.
I would say so too, yeah.
I see your blog, and
I up it.
we're going to hire an astrocartographer, only one of 100 in the world.
Right.
That maps out where you should be and go and travel based on, your sign.
Yeah.
When you were born.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we have the incredible Maya White.
So exciting.
And I did a pre-reading with her because it would take the whole show to do it.
Right.
So she did a pre-reading with me, and we're going to talk about it. Are you ready?
I cannot wait.
Okay, let's bring on Maya White. Okay, Sharon, so we're going to welcome Maya White, who is not only an astrologer, right, but an astrocartographer.
Amazing.
Right? Only 100 of them in the world. Less than. I think.
Wow. That's
Actually.
amazing.
Well,
Welcome, Maya. Yes.
there's 100 people that are actually what I would call certified, that
Right.
have been officially trained and let's say really know how to do it well. There's a lot of intricacies in this, but I had the good fortune to be actually trained and certified by the person who created it.
Yeah, so we found you on a blog called The Travel Vertical, and they also have a podcast. So I'm going to be on their podcast. So I'm going to talk about this again. This is going to have a lot of legs because it was awesome, Sharon. I cannot wait to tell you what Maya and I talked about. But so, we talked about the lunar year. It's the year of the tiger. Everybody, Maya and I were talking about this earlier. Everybody's looking to the stars. We've determined, Maya, on the show earlier that everyone, aliens are already among us. You got the Webb telescope up there looking for aliens. I'm like, please no. So people are really into with the Webb telescope, astronomy, astrology, the stars, space. And so what a perfect time. And Hilton hired Maya to do kind of some cartography for them to look at their hotels around the globe and determine who should go there based on your birth sign.
Which is amazing.
Yeah. So what Maya does, and Maya, I want to hear about how you got into this, but she does for specifically astrocartography, 60 and 90-minute readings where she's got this incredible map, like that puts everything on the globe, and you spend one-on-one time with her. And I personally think this is the perfect Valentine's gift.
Yeah,
ever.
It sounds amazing.
So Maya, tell us how you got into this.
So I got into it because honestly, I feel like on some way it saved my life. It gave me answers to my own questions in life that nothing else would tell me. So my story is I grew up in Colorado, and at the age of 18, I honestly, true confession, I hitchhiked to Maine with a boyfriend.
Don't tell our daughters that. It was different times.
Way back. Yeah, different times. And but then I found myself living in Maine, and I couldn't get out. It was just so hard to leave. I had children, I had marriages, I had divorces, I raised my children, I got remarried, all this, happened. And it was like I never intended to go to the East Coast. I was this Colorado person, and I was always interested in astrology. And in 1976, I was reading a horoscope magazine that showed this process called astrocartography, and was a mapping process. And I ordered one of the first maps ever offered because I wanted to understand, why did me, this Colorado person, end up in Maine? Jupiter rules, let's say, good fortune or sometimes wealth. And for my natal chart, my Pluto's in my 5th house. So translated, got lucky. I married into a very nice, wealthy family, and I raised my children there. So that was my Jupiter Pluto.
I think it's really incredible that you made a career out of this.
Yeah.
And devoted your life. How long did it take for you to get certified?
Well, the certification training was really just a 1 weekend training, but you had to take this, honestly, the hardest test I have ever taken in my life for my certification.
Knowing everything about astrology and all of that.
Yes, you absolutely have to have a very high level knowledge of astrology to pass the certification exam. It wasn't about training you to be an astrologer. You had to assume that you already, do that. But furthermore, even in, again, in my own journey, my college degree is in music. I used to give private music lessons. I've sold furniture. I have done many, many things. And it really, astrology was something that I honestly never thought I could make a living doing. I did it as a hobby for a long, long time. And then I had this, at one point in my life, I got fired from a job that I hated.
Sometimes it takes that.
And I sat on the couch. Yeah, and I cried for about a week. And then I just felt I had nothing to lose. I took out a 3-line ad in a Portland, Maine newspaper. And the next week I was contacted by a startup magazine.
And now you're right, not only working with Hilton Corporate, helping their travelers which is what, we're so excited about. But you also write articles for Condé Nast, which we're going to talk about for our listeners today based on where they should travel based on their signs. But you were about to tell Sharon, the Leo, something.
Ooh, let me hear it.
Wow.
You can tell. Look at her, beautiful mane of hair. You can tell she's a Leo.
So I have two things to say. The first thing I would ask you, Sharon, on the Condé Nast Traveller article, it's online, Condé Nast online. My recommendation of a travel destination this year for Leo was the Taj Mahal.
Ooh, whoa. Oh, that's amazing.
That's exotic. Sharon has 3 small kids, so I'm not sure that's in the
happening.
card. Unless
if it's in the stars for me.
Like that movie Overboard where
Yes.
they play miniature golf and there's the Taj Mahal.
Yeah, I'll go there.
So I want to know what you think about that.
I love it. I think that's amazing. I totally would love to go there. But like Kristen said, I have tiny little humans.
But Sharon's definitely more adventurous, right? With your travel.
Yeah.
You love to do new things. I'm always amazed at how you're constantly going and doing. You do more than me, and my kids are grown. The way you get out is amazing.
I think it's important, I think it's important to take that time and travel and experience the world, and it's important to stay happy.
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah.
What's your next big
Anniversary coming up?
We're together 17 years this year.
20.
But
so 20th year, yeah. Taj Mahal.
Taj Mahal. It's in.
There you go. Yeah, it's a bit of a trek to get there. I've been there, and I can truly say there's a reason why it's one of the wonders of the world, one of the 10 wonders. It is so beautiful. But yeah, that was my recommendation for Leo, and it's because, and also because the Taj Mahal was built as a monument to love.
20th anniversary.
So cute.
So perfect. We just totally made her 20th anniversary. I love
planned it.
By the way, you should celebrate that stuff because the average marriage is, I think, 20 or 10 years.
Yeah.
So, girl, when you make 20, go big.
Go big or go home.
Okay. And then what about Cancers?
Well, okay. So my travel, in the Hilton Hotel, my recommendation for Cancer was, oh no, that wasn't. This was for the Condé Nast.
Condé Nast,
My
okay.
recommendation for Cancer was a place actually in Walland, Tennessee called Blackberry Farms, and it's a big foodie destination.
Okay, I totally see that.
More doable.
Yeah.
I think Sharon and I we should switch.
Yeah.
We should trade these. Although I don't know that I would go to the Taj Mahal. I feel like I think she's right because the Taj Mahal for me is too exotic. I don't know. I'd just be like, I don't even know what to do with that. But like a farmer's market in Tennessee where you can drink bourbon.
Yeah.
And
That's totally your style.
Yeah, this is a super, it's Blackberry Farms. And it is a place that it can take months just to get a reservation to.
Oh,
Very
exclusive.
beautiful restaurant. It's in the Smoky Mountains. It's,
she's making money because I'm big on like white linen tablecloths. I do like that. I love that foodie exclusive experience. I'm all 5-star, 5 diamond. Yes.
Yes.
So can I tell a little bit about our experience and how it went? Is that okay with you? So Maya allowed me to have one of her sessions, which would have been like the 60-minute session that she does. She does either a 60-minute or a 90-minute. And the 60-minute was amazing. So you have to be prepared. You need to know your birthday,
right,
where you were born, and the time. And the more specific you can get with the time, the better.
The time of birth?
Time of birth.
Okay.
Exactly, because that's where the planets were aligned the second you were born. And then she tracks it across the globe. So I knew within the half hour.
Yeah.
I was like, my mother. She's not the most.
It's like I'm the 10th kid. My mom's probably like, I don't even know.
Who cares? She doesn't.
You came out all I know.
It doesn't say on your birth certificate, I don't think.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
It usually does.
It does?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll go back and just make sure. But yeah, look at your birth certificate so people need to know before they call you. But so it was the most fascinating thing because I was born, I won't tell you the year. And we're going to document all of this in our social media so you can follow it as well because we're going to piecemeal it. We recorded it. So I was born in Dallas.
I want to watch your recording.
Oh my gosh, it's awesome. Bree was already Bree, our coworker, is totally into psychic. She's like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna watch it. I should have decided with you. I'm gonna call her." I was like, "Bree, you need to do this." So I was born in Dallas, and I knew the time, I knew the place. So then she said, and then I left Dallas very early on and went to Midland, where I was raised, as everybody knows, Friday Night Lights. And it was just so cool. And she, Maya doesn't know anything about me. She just reads the maps.
Okay.
And she looks at the maps, and she was like, Midland was a really great place for you. She's like, it's a good thing you left Dallas. Dallas is not your place.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You gotta know how long you stayed there, right? But you're like, so, and you can tell by the different planets and what they mean. So Dallas was the planet that she says they call it the wounded healer of astrology. Wow. The yellow, the yellow. Yeah. The wounded healer. And so it's not a good place. Okay. She can tell you. And this is really important, people making decisions, whether, especially right now, are you going to take that job? Yeah. Are you going to go to that college? Are you going to follow that boyfriend or girl somewhere? Yes. This can really, really help you, I think, make these kinds of life-changing decisions.
It's amazing.
So thank God my mother moved us out of Dallas and took me to Midland, which was in between the yellow sun and Uranus, as you call it. And it's the yellow sun is where you shine. Mm-hmm. And the Uranus is where you march to the beat of your own drum. So, of course, from second grade to high school, I kind of, had a great time. She was like, you maybe got into a little trouble. I'm like, I was like, Maya, it was Friday Night Lights. Let's be real. I was in high school. My kids are all like, you don't even know how good you have it with us.
Oh, my gosh.
We hear your stories. And like, shush. So, but then we started with Long Island, because we started with where I live now. And so tell them what you said about Long Island.
Oh, I love Long Island for you.
Oh.
Yeah. See? In short, it's where I belong.
Oh.
Oh, yes, it's between the planetary lines of Venus and the moon, right? And I describe this combination as the sweetheart aspect, moon and Venus.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, the sweetheart zone. So I think it's a very nice place for you to be. I can see why you landed there, why you like it.
And why she belongs here.
And why? And she asked me, she was like, is that how you feel there? I'm like, oh my gosh, I moved here with my 2 daughters as a single mom, and it's completely transformed my life and my career, and I love it so much. And that's why we have this campaign called Where You Belong on Long Island, based on that experience. Right. And she's like, I can completely see it based on where the planets, where when you're born. And then, so I love that. And I think that, again, I've never in my life considered doing something like this. Well,
it's so
to look
different.
At making decisions. But I said, as we're looking at colleges, Mackenzie, and she's got all these decisions, like, this is really cool because, you can do a medium, you can do these kinds of psychics, but this is science.
This is charted. Yes, exactly.
For me, as a data nerd, because I'm a total skeptic, Maya, so I'm always like, sure.
Okay. Yeah. But this is data.
But I love seeing the data.
So based on what I describe astrologers as the geeks of the psychic world.
Yes.
Yeah. I nerd out on data all the time. And the fact that you can show people the alignment, and then she can remove secondary or add secondary and show you and spending the time. And I think you said, so the 60-minute is that, and then the 90-minute you do a whole chart that secondary? You give somebody, right?
Yes, they receive a minimum 14-page document, PDF document that's customized just for them.
Yeah,
really it lays out the whole process. Yeah.
So it was funny because then she was like, okay, so let me show you where you shouldn't live. Not a good place for you.
Where was it?
Right? It was Northern California.
Okay.
And the Pacific Northwest.
Wow.
And I'm like, good to know.
Yeah.
I'm like, the CEO of Seattle is open right now.
I
know.
And I am not throwing my hat to say no.
Yeah. But it's good to know, no, that's not my place. I don't feel like that's my place. So it was just validation for her. I was like, no, I can't picture myself there. And then we talked about travel destinations. Mm-hmm. And she's like, is there any place you've had on your list that you wanted to go? So I said, we were supposed to go to the Maldives for our honeymoon.
Right.
We bought the package at an 85% off discount.
Which was insane.
Part of pandemic.
Right.
One of those overwater huts. Amazing. And it's just been so hard. You can't get there, and travel restrictions has been so crazy.
Well, because it's difficult to get to, too, anyways.
And we were trying to decide also, if you go to the Maldives, a lot of people said you go through Singapore, which is supposed to be awesome.
Right.
Or you can stop over through Dubai.
Right.
And we were thinking Dubai,
yes.
But so now it's kind of all on hold. And I was telling Thomas, just cancel it.
Where I was telling Thomas, just book it.
I know. And so she said, looked at the map. Mm-hmm. Maldives, amazing. She was like, Maldives, whether you go now or later, you should go there. And it's it's the sun line. So it was midnight there when I was born.
Oh, wow.
So for me, it's a place of repose, relax, rest, and unwind.
Wow.
And she said, definitely Singapore. And
wow.
And Singapore, because you told me why.
Singapore is we're back into this Venus and Moon zone. Venus and Moon, sweetheart, and I believe you have a strong Jupiter zone. It's everything kind of converges nicely, excuse me, in Singapore, and it converges in a way that I feel you would be well treated. You would really be like an honored guest, and
so you would get hotel upgrades.
Wow. So
it's like,
book it.
It was like,
book it.
You would get hotel.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Lady, you had me at hotel upgrades.
Yes, exactly.
I'm all about that. I have to say, I always go into these things as like a skeptic, but I love because she shows you. She like shares her screen, shows you the map.
Wow.
And this was kind of done on the fly, right? So she like when she knows you're going to book her service, she goes really in depth. And I think it's just such. If you are looking for a Valentine's Day or
absolutely.
a really cool even wedding present to give to someone so they know where to go on their honeymoon.
Oh, that's fun. Or even just like a young person who's looking to move or finding their way,
finding their way or looking to go out in the world and know where they belong.
Mm-hmm.
It's fabulous for all of those reasons. I feel really totally saves time and money.
Yes. Yeah. And heartache.
I was going to say, and a lot of heartache, Maya.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Planning a move, planning a vacation. I think it's excellent for spiritual retreats, where to go, where not to go. For a child going to college, it's.
I'm going to totally.
So can we go back to your Condé Nast article real quick, because I want to talk about some of the rest of our staff. You talked earlier about Taurus, which was Caroline, and that Caroline should go to Toronto.
Oh,
right. I think you said Toronto.
Taurus was Vancouver.
Oh, Vancouver.
Oh.
Okay, good. And I love Vancouver, by the way. I'm going to have to say way more than Toronto.
What about Quebec?
Toronto's gold. Quebec is cute. I mean, it's very French. It's very cute. Oh my God. Wait. One thing that Maya said to me. I can't believe I forgot to tell you this. What did you say about France? You said something about France.
France has your karmic node line, that line of reason for being. Why was I born? What did I come here to learn about? How will I grow on this?
I just got the chills, Maya.
Yeah, and she didn't know that we got engaged.
Exactly. I just got the chills.
At midnight at the Eiffel Tower.
Gosh.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
I didn't tell you that. Yeah.
So, can we go to your Condé Nast article real quick, if you don't mind, Maya, and talk about the other people? So we have Alyssa here. Alyssa, our producer. Alyssa, what?
Libra.
Let me double check here.
Okay.
Let's see. Libra. Oh, yeah, Libra. That was one of my favorites. I said Provence.
Oh.
Where is that?
France.
Provence.
It's where rosé is from.
Oh, hell
It's the home of
right.
rosé. That's how I know it.
The Provence region of France, because for so many reasons. Art, good food, beautiful colors in the atmosphere, plants, beautiful flowers, the fields of lavender, sunflowers.
But that's totally Alyssa.
Actually, I don't want to trade with you anymore, Sharon.
You want to go to?
I want to trade with Alyssa. Alyssa, you can go to Tennessee, and I'm going to go to Provence. That is amazing. Are you going to go there?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think she's going to go there. So Chris is January 20th.
January, February. Boy, that is right on the border. Has she ever had her chart done?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You get 2.
Because you're right in the middle. You're right in the middle.
Recommendation in the Condé Nast Traveller online magazine for Capricorn was that they hire a private yacht. They charter a private yacht and spend some time in the Caribbean. Yeah.
Wait, what do you think about that, Chris?
Sure.
No, I don't know.
Hiring a yacht.
I don't know. Yacht is a loose term. I could see Chris out there on
like a pirate ship.
Aquarius was very, very different. My recommendation for Aquarius was actually going into the Ecuadorian Amazon to stimulate their creativity, their spiritual development, perhaps even go and work with the shaman.
Ooh.
I totally see that.
I totally see that, right?
I'm going to say,
that's Chris.
Which one do you align with more, Chris? The sailing, not necessarily the yacht, but the sailing or the Amazon? Like, I think...
I say Amazon.
So with the people. I can totally see you going with, like, the natives. In either way, but which one do you align with?
Probably hanging out in the Caribbean.
He says Caribbean.
Opposite of what we say.
Yeah. Can I ask you, just because Gemini, what is Gemini? Because Thomas was really upset last time that I didn't talk about his sign. And if he wants to go somewhere, I should go where he goes. This is my husband, Gemini.
Oh, okay. Let me take a look at that.
Also, while you're looking at it, just, I don't know if you even do this, but like Cancers and Geminis are compatible, right?
Oh, they are. I have something to tell you about two signs that are together. So, yes, Gemini was Edinburgh Castle.
Edinburgh. Wow. Yeah, that's totally Thomas.
God, he was totally talking about going to Scotland recently.
That's Thomas.
Amazing. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. That was I've been there, and it was just, I feel it was just an amazing, like transcendental place.
Yes.
What about Taurus? Because we have Caroline, who's a Taurus.
No, remember it was Vancouver.
Oh, okay.
We talked about it. Vancouver. Leos and Tauruses, are they?
Wow. I knew you were going to ask me that. Taurus and Leo are what might be considered not a naturally compatible pair, because they're actually both very, very strong signs.
Yes. Truth.
They are. They're both very strong people.
Yeah, and so you would have to I would say you would want to be you, and I'm sure you do. You'd have a commitment to avoiding, power struggles or conflict in that way, and just having to understand, because the Taurus might not naturally want to conform to what the Leo wants, again, because the Leo's, pardon?
Is demanding, right? They're very demanding. Mm-hmm.
But with mutual respect, it's a good combination. So Taurus is an earth sign, Leo's fire. Mm-hmm. And if you look at, just bring it back to the elements, that's not a bad combination, so that the fire can burn upon the earth, right? Like the earth gives that fire a place. Whereas other combinations, so for example, water could put out fire.
Right.
We love this so much, and you are so incredible. You're our new best friend, by the way.
Yes, Maya, we're going to call you, all of us in this room.
And I really do. I think that, and we're going to put, if you follow our social media, we're going to put like snippets of and show you what the map looks like and how cool it is for what she did for me, so that you'll know what you can expect for you. And as we talk about, like, again, if you have not gotten yourself a Valentine's Day or your spouse a Valentine's Day present right now, well, you should do this. Or your kid a graduation present.
Exactly.
And so tell us how we can follow you or get in touch with you or hire your services. Tell us about you.
Okay. So I am, like everyone, on Facebook and Instagram.
At Maya White?
Maya White Astrologer on Facebook, and my Instagram right now is Maya White 101.
Oh, cool.
And almost everything else is really built around my name. My website is mayawhite.com.
Okay, and we're going to put all of this in our notes, as well as on we're going to tag you on everything that we do, so people can get in touch with you. Reach out to Maya White, people, because
this is amazing.
I love it. So thank you so much for your time, Maya, and make sure you tune in.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me so much.
Thanks, Maya. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, how adorable is she?
I love her. And I cannot wait to call her myself. And I think like everybody in here is going to call her.
Let me tell you what she said, and she didn't know. Like you saw, like I even told her things afterwards that I didn't tell her in the moment when she was reading it because I don't like to give things away. And she knew so much. I think it's legit. I think people should do it. And what a cool service that she offers. So I loved her. I think it was amazing. And I think it's Valentine's Day. And we talked about getting that for Valentine's Day. But we have a lot of other like Valentine's
Oh my
gifts.
gosh, we have so much.
But Sharon, before we get into that, the other thing is you and Mark kicked off Black History Month.
Yes.
And I wasn't here for that. I was so disappointed to not kick that off. But I had no idea the state parks were doing all of those
presidential pictures and isn't that amazing?
Portraits. Yeah, they were so cool.
So we have the blog obviously on our website at discoverlongisland.com, but each week we decided this month to feature a Black owned business for Black History Month. And this week we are going to be featuring Dunn's River in Rockville Center. It's an intimate and upscale Caribbean restaurant that serves authentic Caribbean cuisine, signature tropical drinks, has live reggae and other live music. Appetizer and drink specials, perfect spot for Valentine's Day.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Right?
And you remember last year we covered Winnie's?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I know.
I've been thinking about her soul food. She's in Amityville and she was going to open another like drive-through. I need to follow up with her and see if she did, but I think about it. And then I read in Newsday, there's another like soul food place called Lola's, I think oh my God, I have to go back and look and see where it is. I didn't know where it was. So, I love, and you guys talked about with the Divine Spa.
We talked about Sugar Beauty Bar.
Sugar Beauty Bar. I was like, I got to go there because the sugaring, I've never had that.
Right.
Have you?
No. Sounds amazing, right?
You were looking at pictures of it, and then I was like, I hope you didn't talk about Divine Beauty when I wasn't here.
No.
Divine is like the coffee scrub.
Yeah.
And Down the Rabbit Hole wines. We're going to talk about all of them. So we have so many great Black-owned businesses. And if you go to our website, discoverlongisland.com, we talk a lot about, we have a whole section on where you can find diverse Black-owned, LGBTQ, women-owned businesses. We really want to support our local businesses.
Absolutely.
And make sure that and I talked about that so much in Arizona. I was like, we are diverse.
Yeah.
Okay. Because we're in New York.
Right.
Right.
You can't get any more diverse than us.
We're welcoming to everyone.
Exactly.
And they loved it. They were like, that is so cool.
Yeah.
I know. It's awesome. So I love it. And then in a couple weeks, not next week, because next week we have so much to catch up on.
I know.
I have like 45 articles I'm going to read to you.
I know. I can't wait.
But then we have Dan Lloyd.
I know. I'm so
from Minority
excited.
Millennials.
I'm so excited for him because I think what his mission is and everything, it's amazing. So you have to stay tuned for that.
Yeah, and he's our new board member. And by the way, it's not just minorities of all kinds, but it's millennials.
Right.
Which is the new generation of Long Island. He is so energetic and like
innovative. And
by the way, super cool. When he came to visit us, I'm like, what is this? Is this your helmet? He like rode up on his like black leather motorcycle.
Look at him. I love it.
What? That's amazing. Like he's super cool too. So he's going to be like super cool and edgy. I can't wait to have Dan on here.
He's going to be awesome.
Okay, so let's talk about Valentine's Day.
Okay, so we have our blogs on our website, obviously, which we're going to pull from today. So 13 best Galentines Valentine's Day date ideas on Long Island. I'm going to name a few of them.
Yeah, just a few.
So you can go to my neck of the woods and visit Fire Island Vines in Bayshore.
Yes, you always talk about it.
You can do it-yourself charcuterie class.
Yeah.
So fun.
Which, by the way, we were going to have Onboard LI. What are they called?
Onboard LI, yeah.
Okay, so we have these great partners called, if you follow them on Instagram, at Onboard LI. And you just basically look at their charcuterie boards and drool because you can't.
Oh my
do that.
God, don't they look amazing?
And we were going to have them on today for Valentine's and Super Bowl. They're sold out.
Yeah.
I
can't make it.
So let me tell you, we're going to have them on next month as well. We're going to have them on to talk about their business and women-owned business and all that.
Yeah.
But you got to plan ahead, people.
You really do.
You got to call them right now and book for Mother's Day.
Now.
Do it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can obviously have a spa day at the Inn at East Wind and Wading River.
The best.
So amazing.
I've been there.
I've been there. Yeah,
love it. The spa is awesome.
You can Hamptons at West Hampton Beach and have lunch at Flora, which is so fun. The garden also plays host to private and chic heated igloos and an ideal
Private
setting.
what?
Chic heated.
Chic heated. I was like, what is chic heated?
Sorry, I was reading
I'm like,
fast.
what? I was like, rewind.
Their winter garden plays host
Cicadas?
to private and chic heated igloos.
Okay.
An ideal.
Do you say igloos? Or do you say igloos?
I say igloos.
They're dying. Caroline and Alyssa are like, what? Who
Igloos.
says igloos?
I do.
I'm just laughing at you picking apart everything.
Well, like, who says igloos?
We're back.
We're back. If I would never in my life say igloos. I'm thinking igloos. Okay, but you do you. Go ahead. I'm like
Listen.
You can get Shikita igloos.
We need a Galentine's Day at Shakita
We do.
Igloos.
Let's be honest. I'm going to pour some more of this incredible Raphael.
Oh my God.
La Fontana, because
We're
back. And I just spilled the whole thing.
Yeah, so did I
Somebody
before.
help me. Somebody help me. Okay, go ahead.
I got
No,
something.
you're fine. Okay, thanks. Sharon's like ready. Okay, go ahead.
Because
No,
I spilled
Sharon,
it
go
before.
ahead. Don't.
So also we can go to Aram, our favorite spa.
Oh my God, funny.
And we can experience the special skin scare and beauty skin scare.
Here we go. That's not a good way to promote Aram. Saying skin scare.
Gwali.
This is the best show ever. I'm going to say this might be our best show
This is
ever.
like better
With Maya
than,
White and this.
Real key.
I'm telling you, this is our best show ever.
Oh my God. All right.
You know
Hold on.
what?
I'm
It's fine.
crying
Listen,
here.
here's the deal. I'm going to save you the trouble. Go to discoverlongisland.com, and if you look at our blogs, there's a whole big box right there. You look at our blogs. All of this information is
Yeah.
on there. Okay. You can do anything on Long Island for Valentine's Day. You can get a brick at the Vanderbilt Museum. You can get an incredible.
What do you do with that brick?
No, you can engrave a brick.
Oh, okay.
So you can like engrave it for somebody, and then anytime anyone in the future goes to the Vanderbilt Museum, they see your name. Like,
Oh, that's sweet.
like Dan loves Sharon.
XO.
Hint, Dan.
Hint. Hint, hint.
Dan loves Sharon, even though you're not compatible,
Right.
as Maya White said.
As Maya White turns out.
No, like Dan loves Sharon.
That's so
Vanderbilt
funny.
Museum
I
forever.
love it.
Anyway, Valentine's Day is a time of love. Let's hold this celebrity. I have a
Yeah,
lot of celebrity,
yeah,
but let's hold it
yeah.
because we had a great show today. And next week is just you and me. But we have we're going to talk about really cool stuff. We're going to talk about this great podcast I listened to about coincidences and synchronicity.
I can't wait.
And superstition. And we're going to talk about Black History Month again and some of those great, businesses that we have on Long Island. But we're also going to talk about celebrity, and I have a lot of it.
Yeah, me too.
I have a stack of articles here because you know what happens
Yeah.
when we spend a couple weeks away from each other.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, make sure you go to Maya White and book her because she's going to book up.
Yeah, she is. She's amazing.
She's amazing. And follow our social media because Caroline is going to be putting all of these great clips about what Maya White offers and what it means. And get that merch.
Get that merch.
If you love your
Get that merch.
Valentine, get our
Valentine's,
merch.
where you belong on
Can I
Long
ask you one
Island.
more question before we finish? Rams or Bengals?
Oh, I'm going to go with Bengals.
I'm going to go with Rams or the home team. So I think they have the home
Okay.
team advantage.
All right.
All right. Cheers, hot teas. We'll see you next week.